this already, but I have a unit in a small condominium, 20 units, almost half are in some stage of foreclosure. 2 of them have been taken over by the bank. You can't get the banks to pay back maintenance dues.
Really?
And is there anything you can say to help me with that?
And these are in condominiums? In those circumstances, obviously, the association can meet with counsel and pursue a claim against the bank for the unpaid assessments. Once the bank takes title to that particular condominium, they then become responsible for all the unpaid assessments, or for the paid assessments at that time. Correct. They become liable for the 6 months, but once they take title, everything forward becomes, their payment as well.
Some of them have already changed ownership once.
Trial and lien.
Yeah, the panel seems to agree that in that particular case you would file a lien.
Yeah, I have a suggestion. We talked about it earlier. For the property managers here, follow the foreclosure. When you have units in foreclosure, you can check on the clerk's website, and as soon as the title has been issued to the bank, send them a bill, and then for the past, the 6 months or the 1%, and then send them a prospective bill for the quarter that you're in. And if they don't pay, file a lien immediately. Because when you think about it, the banks don't have they don't have a mortgage on the property. So you could foreclose against them, and of course you'll get paid. But you've got to be really diligent and don't let the time go by, because, everybody's whining about, they're not paying, but you really need to file that lien.
What would you suggest to do when the banks are sitting on the foreclosure judgments, not taking title? We're seeing more and more of that.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, we're seeing them sit for months, not just a couple of weeks, and so they don't have to inventory the costs. Is there any suggestions in that situation, other than filing some sort of motion?
And the borrowers have walked away.
Yeah. Borrowers are gone.
If there's no activity for 1 year, then it can be dismissed for failure to prosecute. So, they do run the risk. They can't go over 12 months doing that.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of time out everybody, because I know we have one more, I think a couple more speakers, and I think we're going to open it up to general questions, and it seems that most of the questions are kind of going to be fielded by the majority of the panel here. So in that instance, I would like to announce that Jane Chethy will now be talking about who can counsel and advise folks on foreclosures under new recent Florida statutes.